Ah, damn. Here we go again. Another Derby di Milano, guys. What is good? Welcome back on the Sharma channel. Match preview for tomorrow's yet another Derby della Madonnina. We're sick and tired of them. We're gonna have two more of them. But it is what it is. It's Coppa Italia. This is Inzaghi's trophy. This is a trophy that Inter have been winning over the last few seasons, and we wouldn't mind winning this season. Although me personally, I wouldn't lose sleep over it. My focus is really on getting the Scudetto over the line and trying to do our best in the Champions League. The two focus trophies, in my opinion, and of course the most lucrative. Well, when it comes to Champions League, most lucrative, because actually the Coppa Italia isn't too bad. It isn't too shabby in terms of money amount and in terms of effort, because the winner could end up getting around 10 million euros by the end of it, and that's probably not even including the money that you get from the stadium income, etc. as well. And of course, Inter um, and Inzaghi would be making a record of it. If it would be Inter's 10th Coppa Italia. People are talking about that Inter might even get a silver star for it. That would be nice. It's always nice to add things onto the shirt if you do it. But of course, the main reason we want to win tomorrow and the second leg is still annoying that this Coppa Italia format, they really need to rethink it. That this stage, this semi-final stage, is a double leg. Makes no sense. But tomorrow, 8 p.m. UK time kickoff for me. Um, we need to get revenge on these guys, even though we might not want to play this or win this, or we don't really care. Our focus is elsewhere. When it's a derby and it's Milano, it's those guys, the cousins, who we have been kicking their asses over the last few years. But this year, no lies, no lies. They have kicked our ass. They won the first derby in the league. Probably our worst performance of the season. Maybe, yeah, it's up there, definitely. There's been a few this season to pick from, but that is definitely up there as one of the worst, top three for sure. And then the Super Cup one actually was a good performance, well, mixed performance, and then we just collapsed. So that's again definitely up in the top three, top five worst performances of the season. And then the other derby wasn't that great either. We played better for sure in this one, but then again, um, not we didn't get it over the line. So these guys are unbeaten against us this season. They've got 2 wins against us. So we need to turn this around for pride, for reclaiming the city, and making sure that they don't get another trophy. Because at this moment in time, yes, they are ninth. Yes, we're laughing at these guys as we should onto their pain, but we should be making sure that these guys don't get one more trophy, because because they're on the other side. Let's not forget who's playing on the other side of the draw. It's Empoli and Bologna. So yes, Bologna have been great this season, but their focus will be on trying to get that top four spot. A final of a Coppa Italia against Empoli and Bologna. I mean, that is as close as you're gonna get to almost. I'm gonna say guarantee a win, but that's a very heavy favor whoever is Milan or Inter, especially if Empoli do a miracle later on today. So in that case, we definitely don't want to make sure that Milan end up with a Supercoppa and a Coppa Italia in a season that it's Banter era level. I mean, they're currently not even in Conference League. So for that reason, to get revenge, to keep the pride, we definitely tomorrow need to show some levels to the cousins. Hopefully, into players don't stumble on their words and on themselves like I just did there. But if we look at the last few derbies, it hasn't been good. It hasn't looked good. The predicted lineup. So tomorrow, I haven't been able to find it from any reliable sources as of yet. So we're just going to use this random website I saw online called Il Nerazzurro. Shout out to them. They did the probabili formazioni for tomorrow. Milan, they won't be playing the Fantastic Four tomorrow. No Joao Felix, by the looks of it. It was been Joao ass cheeks. But it looks like they're playing Santi Jimenez, who also has been ass cheeks recently. Rafa Leao, who has been causing us a lot of trouble in recent derbies. Reinders has also been causing us a lot of trouble. Pulisic has been causing us a lot of trouble. If anything, Pulisic has been the main source of trouble for us the last few derbies. Midfield, Fofana, Bondo, the new signing from Monza, or Musa. So, decent. And of course, at the back, these guys have been absolutely atrocious at the back. I mean, if you watch the Napoli game, I didn't watch it. As I said, I had no belief in Milan. I went and watched the highlights, and my goodness, 2 minutes in, one long ball in behind from Di Lorenzo, and Politano, of all people, is in, and he scores. And then the other one, you just leave Lukaku right open. Both centre-backs went for a walkabout. Embarrassing. And again, the fact that we can't beat these guys is so annoying. But we also know now, because of their situation in the table, where they are, they have nothing else to play for apart from trying to climb up the table. This is like a Champions League final for these guys. This is the Coppa Italia final. This is the Club World Cup final. This is the World Cup final, Euros final. They are going to fight. They're going to battle us. And I'm not looking forward to it. I'm not really going into this derby with much expectation, and not just because of Milan being fired up, and they will, because they're technically also at home tomorrow, but also our lineup, because of our injury history, our injury issues, and especially up front, we have some injury issues. Lautaro won't partake. We know Lautaro likes to play against Milan in general, maybe not recently, but he won't be there tomorrow. He's still struggling with a slight injury. Even Thuram here, they've put Thuram in as a starter, but Inzaghi today confirmed in the press conference, Thuram got a bit of a stamp on his foot from a defender, from Udinese defender, and he's got a bit of a swollen foot. So even if he starts, I'm not really expecting much from Thuram. It's annoying. He had the ankle issue a few weeks back, and now he's got this foot issue. And we know he's our fastest and most explosive player. We need him at his best to take advantage of the spaces Milan will leave. At least Di Marco is back. Di Marco back in form in the last game. It's almost a blessing in disguise sometimes when some players get an injury. Di Marco, we know him athletically, physically, is not the best already, and he had to play so much football back to back to back to back. And that injury, 2-3 weeks off actually probably was kind of good for him. Hopefully we can see best Di Marco tomorrow. Hakan will definitely play because Aslani is suspended. Barella was rested in the last game, so he will probably play. Mickey, of course, he's unmovable. At the back, Bastoni should come back in because he was rested as well in the last game. Acerbi should start because De Vrij is still not fully fit, but we might see De Vrij in the second half, and then Bisek on the right to let Pavard rest. And Martinez, hopefully it is Martinez. Inzaghi refused to confirm today. He said he's picked his goalkeeper, but he refused to tell the journalist who was going to be. But hopefully he is Pep Martinez because he deserves it. He did play well when Zoma was out injured. And hopefully continues. The Dumfries, Theo Hernandez battle, unfortunately, won't be returning. Dumfries is out for still a couple of weeks probably, which is a shame as well. But hopefully he comes back from this regenerated. He had to play a lot of football as well. And of course, we know Zielinski's missing. With that lineup, I mean, it might even, there's no Taremi as well. So if Thuram doesn't play, I mean, who's going to play up front next to Arnautovic? It's going to be Correa Arnautovic front two if it ends up being, my goodness. But do you know what it is? When it's a lineup like that, then Inter definitely have to take a step back and be a lot more humble. Last few derbies, maybe they've come in somehow. They always come in with a bit of arrogance, maybe because they just own Milan so easily over the last few years. But hopefully this actually makes this kind of lineup with no Lauti, with no Thuram, maybe either, step back a little bit, probably play a little bit on the counter-attack. Don't let Milan have the opportunity to counter-attack us, because we know that's when they hurt us the most. When they get the ball in space, in transition, that's when we suffer against Milan. Hopefully this type of lineup means Inzaghi and the players will be a little bit more cautious, sit back a little bit, and then we try to hit them. And hopefully Arnautovic and Correa, if it's them two having to link up, find some sort of connection. Hopefully Correa actually wakes up, because he was absolutely awful and useless against Udinese. Bisek was awful as well. Barella came on half asleep as well. Definitely don't want to see no mistakes or no half-heartedness tomorrow. It's still a derby. We want to win this. We want to make sure we get the result over the line. At least get a draw. That would be a good result. Get a draw tomorrow, and then we take it back for the second leg in the end of April and try to take it home at home. So my prediction is a 1-1 draw. You guys let me know in the comments down below your prediction. I think maybe Arnautovic continues his good form, his good vein of form, and gets us over the line, and then probably another Rafa Leao or Reinders or Pulisic goal for them. You guys let me know in the comments down below. Are you looking forward to it? What's your prediction? Comment down below. Leave a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. See you tomorrow for the post-match reaction. Always, Forza Inter. Vamos!